Welcome back to Morrowing Game of the Year Edition. Today we'll be continuing on with the Tribunal main quest, and we're going to start here in the temple courtyard. So Mayra Hilas, kind of like Mayra Milo maybe, I guess, give to the temple and receive blessings of Amalexia. I don't care about that. Let's go to, if you remember in the last episode, we were researching King Lethan's death. And we're going to be asking around about this, so let's talk to her about this. May his spirit rest among his ancestors, but he was king in name only. The Dunmer do not and never have submitted to kings like the Westerners, regardless of what the Empire says. Alright, so let's move on. I'm not going to speak to this guy, because it's a little bit of a hassle to speak to that guy. So, I'll speak to him at some point, but not right now. That little Bosmer is who I'm referring to. But we're going to go on over here to the bazaar, and we'll talk to people here. Person down here should be a good one to talk to.
What's your story?
Daron. Wasn't expected to see the Nervarine in Morrowind. Let's see, King Lethan's dead. He was an old man. Old men die, and now Helseth is king. Long live the king. Okay, cool. What about you? Hello, Breton. No time to talk. I'm afraid there's much work to be done. Yes, much to do. No time for silly fancies like drinking, dancing. Oh, but what I wouldn't give to meet someone new. Well, you just met the Nervarine, so. King Lethan's death. The king is dead. Long live the king. What more do you want to say?
Mourn holds peace, sir.
What about you? Pardon me, friend, but I'm not feeling very talkative right now. Perhaps some other time.
Excuse me, please.
Okay, cool.
You have a question?
I wonder when the play will start.
I wish they would start. What do you want?
Alright, all these guys want the play to start, so... Alright, let's speak to that guy. I think he's a quest giver. Trying to avoid quest givers. Greetings and welcome, sir. Are you in the market for trained scribes and rats? No. King Lethan's dead. The king is dead. Long live the king.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I trust we speak in confidence, Sarah.
What about you? King Lethan's death. He was old, but not that old. Maybe he just died, like they said, but maybe someone helped him along. There's a broadside sheet called the Common Tongue. In there, it says Helseth poisoned hundreds of people when he was in the West, so why not here? Okay. Someone told me of reading in a broadside sheet called the Common Tongue that Helseth poisoned many people in the West. The suggestion seems that Helseth has poisoned Athen Lethan. I should report this to Tienius. The Common Tongue. Let's see if we can find one. This is the bookseller, right? Nope. This one? One of these. We passed it in the previous. Trader. Maybe it's over here then. I should stop in at the armor too and sell some of this armor that I picked up off of those Dark Brotherhood guys. Just to start clearing out. There we go. So 10,000. Very nice. I'm glad she has a lot of gold so I can sell a lot of this stuff to her. Nope, nope, nope. Not the Starroom dagger. Won't be getting that today. Be getting a lot of Dark Brotherhood stuff though. That should be plenty to take all of her gold.
Yes.
And she's going to put on the Dark Brotherhood armor because it's better than what she has. Alright. I'm going to drop the rest of this here. Alright, and we're back down to being pretty light here again. Alright, and you saw me drop all of that, so you know it's mine. This should be the bookseller. Yep. Looking for the common tongue? Yep, the common tongue. Well, I guess, never mind. I guess we're not going to find the common tongue anymore here. Anyways, let's go on and get back to Tienius, since that's what the journal entry said. I guess it'd be smart to set a mark up here in the throne room instead of down there.
Justice never sleeps.
Set it here. Let's see. King Orthan's death. So, according to the broadside sheet called the Common Tongue, King Helseth poisoned many people in the west. So maybe he poisoned Athen Lethen. Very interesting. I'd like to see a copy of the Common Tongue. If you can bring me one, thank you. You've done well. But now we lack sources of information in Amalexia's temple. Could you help me find a temple informant? Alright. So, temple informant. We need a source of information inside Amalexia's temple. There are rumors of discontent in the temple. Go to Amalexia's temple. Look for someone discontented. Then listen sympathetically and find out whether the temple is willing to accept King Helseth, or whether the temple plans to act against him. Well, I'm a patriarch of the temple, so let's see if he supports the temple. King Helseth is a faithful member of both the temple and the Imperial Cult. Now, will you help us find a temple informant who can tell us whether the temple is willing to accept King Helseth, or whether the temple plans to act against him? Sure, I'll take care of it. Good. Find a temple informant, then report to me if you find out whether the temple is willing to accept King Helseth, or whether it's just repeating itself. Man. Alright, and we're also looking for a copy of the Common Tongue, if we can find it. Alright, let's start with this person who looks
If
to
a
be
few words can help, I'd be happy to talk.
discontent in the temple? Or is it temple informant? Okay, I guess it's discontent in the temple. Lord Vivek has forgiven the dissident priests and welcomed them back into the temple. There are still many disagreements and problems to be worked out, but things are not as bad as they used to be. Okay. Well, let's go on into Mournhold Temple. Maybe you?
I clean this temple, sir.
Granny
Mind
Bears.
you keep it that way.
These are difficult times with much suffering. There are enemies all around. Yes, there is discontent, but our faith in Amalexia, Mother of all, heals and sustains us. Alright, so not you. Maybe this person. He's got glass armor on. Phaedrus. Ah, you're the one who has recently arrived in Mournhold from Vardenfell. I was told of your arrival. Understand you had some problems with the Dark Brotherhood, an interesting group, and usually rather effective. I'm surprised you're still alive. Perhaps you have potential, or they sent in confidence. I believe you might be of service to Our Lady. So it's not that guy either. Office of the Archcanon.
Justice never sleeps. Yes.
Urvel. Oh, hello. Have we met? I'm Urvel, a recent initiate here at the temple. Same as other people. Brings you to the temple, Patriarch. Have you been lax in your duties? He knows I'm the Patriarch. And same answer. Hall of Ministry.
Health and healing are my specialties.
Imerial. Oh, there it is at the top. Difficult times. Basement. Okay, so let's not go in the basement. It doesn't seem like the correct place to go. So keep going this way. High Chapel. None may enter the High Chapel unless summoned by the goddess Amalexia. Alright, well, never mind then. Infirmary. Galsa Andrano. The Neverine, here in Mournhold. Very interesting. Discontent. I am a faithful believer, but Amalexia makes me uneasy. For the last 50 years, the Tribunal stopped walking among us, stopped listening and speaking with us. This worried me and made me sad. Were our gods abandoning us? Were they growing weak? But since Amalexia has lately come among us again, I feel more worry, not less. Her face glows brightly with hope and power, but her words seem dark and bitter. Well, let's go with listen patiently and sympathetically. Amalexia's homilies are full of compassion, understanding, wisdom, and acceptance. But now her sermons seem more intent on destroying the wicked, punishing the foolish, and rewarding the faithful. The unquestioning, obedient faithful. Yes, these are difficult times, and in difficult times to survive we must be hard. I tremble for the failing of my faith, but the gods I once loved now frightens me. Okay, let's ask about the temple and King Helseth. Helseth has murdered King Lethen and stolen his crown. It does not matter that King Lethen was a fool. He was our fool. So long as the puppet king was a joke, we all could laugh and ignore him. Helseth is no fool, and no one is laughing. If Helseth seeks in earnest to be king, then Amalexia and the temple are sworn in earnest to destroy him. Alright. So, Sword of Temple Informant Tienius is looking for. She says that Helseth seeks in earnest to be king. Okay. So I guess that's what we're supposed to do there then. And we'll just recall now. Let's see. Discontent in the temple. Have you found a temple informant who can tell us whether the temple is willing to accept King Helseth or whether Galsa Andrano speaks her mind, and from what you say sounds sincere. You handled her well. The temple seems to recognize that King Helseth will not be content and be a puppet like King Lethen, and plans to act against us. Very good work, Nomad. The king will hear of your loyal service. Now you can help us with another matter. King Helseth is concerned about possible disloyalty among the guards. Alright. I've replaced many of the former king's guards with more reliable men, but I had to keep some experienced guards, and I can't be certain of their loyalties. I will pretend you wish to join the royal guards. That's your excuse for talking to the guards, sounding them out, and looking for evidence of disloyalty. If you find any hint of treason or evidence of disloyalty, report it to me. Take no action. Report to me, and I will judge what action is appropriate. Okay, what about specific guards? It's your judgment I'm testing, not mine. Talk to them yourself. Form your own conclusions. Okay. Good. If you find evidence of disloyalty among the guards, bring it to me. Let's go on and save real quick. This should be T and Q. Dadgummit. T M Q 2. Alright, so let's start by talking to each of these guards in here. I think they're all named. I'm an officer of the Imperial Law, move along. And none of them like me, of course, so I'm going to have to bribe them all up. I don't care. If Tienius thinks you're qualified, that's fine with me. How do I like being in the guard? I'm new here and haven't formed an opinion, but I know and trust Tienius and expect he'll do right by me. Ask about Helseth. I bet he makes a bad enemy. Hard to tell what he's thinking. But if I do my job right, I know Tienius will take care of me. I don't know anything about him. I'm new here. What about the other one? Does the other one do anything? Nothing wrong with House Halalu. Not sure they're very happy about King Helseth succeeding their King Lethen, but no point in hiding it from Tienius. He's bound to find out sooner or later, so you might as well tell him straight off. What did Tienius send you to me for? If he wants you to be a royal guard, then you'll be a royal guard. Nothing to do with me. How do I like it? You think I was born yesterday? My mom didn't teach me to blabber to strangers, so old was a bit of a fool, but he was good to me. I need to get this guy to like me, actually, before this, but oh well. And King Helseth is no fool. He's got to keep some experienced men like me around. All these new fellows like you, someone's got to teach them their business, because they don't know it. You hear folks say old King Lethen was a fool. Folks should keep their mouths shut. Maybe he was a fool, but lots of folks are fools. Maybe he had no business being a king, but that's what he was, so folks should show some respect to the old fellow. What about King Helseth then? It's an honor to serve. It is my honor to serve King Helseth and Queen Baranzaya. That's right, just what I said, an honor. When I asked Irano about King Helseth, he delivered what sounded like a memorized and not very sincere sounding speech. Maybe he's not just very bright. He's just not very bright, but maybe he's just not a very good liar. Okay, what about you then? If people ask you questions about your background and qualifications, play the close-mouthed professional. Tell them to mind their own business, but I'd let slip my concerns about you hiding close dealings with House Halalu in the past. Only a fool would share confidences with a stranger, but perhaps we are dealing with a fool. Well, that sounds a lot more, it sounds like my journal entry a little bit. Let's try it again. Mention House Halalu. Oh really? Does Tienius know that? Did you talk to Alariarin? You should tell her that you're House Halalu. Really, but don't tell Tienius. Just tell Alariarin. Oh, okay. Arano made a special point of telling me to tell Alariarin about my Halalu connections. He also made a special point of my not telling Tienius. Well, is that person in here? That's Kara, Ari, Drusus. Okay, so she's not in here. This is just a guard. Just a guard. Elseth's chambers. Maybe she's in the Legion Depot.
Emperor, King, and Justice, citizen.
Or not.
Emperor, King, and Justice, citizen.
I think she's gonna be a royal guard, not a imperial guard. Okay, guards quarters.
Justice never sleeps.
Well,
Morrowind,
these guards are just guards with names. No names, that is.
Justice never sleeps.
What do you want with me?
Alariarin. Wouldn't expect to see the Neverine. Let's see. I've been a royal guard all my life, and so was my mother and her mother. I've served King Lethen for many years, and now I'll serve King Helseth. Long live the king, and long live the emperor. It's none of my business, of course, but why do you want to be a guard? You look like you've done well enough for yourself as an adventurer. What about him? He was what he was, and he was the king and my noble lord, and I served him faithfully. It's my honor to serve King Helseth and Queen Bazaria. Baron Zaya, I mean. Can't say that name all the time. Well, mention my Halalu. He what? Arano told you to tell me about your Halalu connections, and told you not to tell Tienius? I have no idea what that's all about. Are you sure you heard him right? He's not the brightest star in the sky. He gets confused sometimes. I wouldn't worry about it. I'll talk to Arano later when I get a chance. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding. Spoke to Alari about my Halalu connections, like Arano suggested. Alari acted like she didn't know what he was talking about. I suspect Arano said something to me that he shouldn't have, and Alari was covering up for him. Okay.
Justice never sleeps.
Recall back real quick to see if Tienius has anything to say.
The Nine and the Empire, citizen.
So you spoke to Alari about your Halalu connections, as Arano suggested, and Alari acted like she didn't know what he was talking about. Perhaps you were right. Perhaps Alari was covering up for Arano. See if you can find some more tangible evidence of disloyalty. Something in writing, perhaps. Arano seems to be the weak link. Take a careful look at his possessions in the guard quarters, but be careful. Don't get caught, or you'll be attacked like a common thief. Alright, so guards quarters. I think there's a exit back here, too. Maybe it's closer. No, it goes to the cult service. So let's go back around the way that we came, or went the first time, back to the guards' quarters. Simple enough. We just gotta look through his stuff in the guards' quarters. I think there's supposed to be stuff with like names on it or something there, so shouldn't be too difficult.
Morrowind, city of light, city of magic.
Yeah, okay. Arano's chest,
Justice never sleeps.
O'Leary's, Novella's. I mean, there's Arano's chest, so. And there's obviously a sheet of paper on the ground. Handwritten note. Can I reach it from here? Yeah. A curious copy of the guard's duty rosters for the past several weeks is handwritten in tiny. The handwriting is tiny and almost illegible, with frequent misspellings, but three names are always correctly spelled: Milvella, Arano, and O'Leary. And those watches, when all three are the only guards in the throne room, have been underlined twice. Okay. I'm gonna save real quick just to make sure that we don't get caught. That one goes over there, that one stays there. And we're gonna be hitting our trusty old chameleon, or I mean not chameleon, concealment, which is invisibility. Sneak. We'll take it. It looks like we got it. Now, let's, we'll have to run back. I'm out of magicka. Not willing to use a magicka potion right now, so just run back real quick.
Emperor, King, and Justice.
What's he doing here?
The King's health to you, Sarah.
Alright, disloyalty. This is Arano's handwriting on the note you found. He notes the watches when Dralin, Aaron, and Arano are the only guards in the throne room. I believe I'll change the watch schedules to prevent that. And I'll need to keep a close eye on all three. Very shrewd work, Nomad. You've brought me clear evidence of disloyalty among the guards. Now I need your help finding evidence of conspiracy against King Helseth among the Hlaalu nobles. Okay. After reading Arano's handwritten note on the watch schedules, Tienius agreed that I have found clear evidence of disloyalty. He praised my work, asked me for help with another official matter. Alright, so let's see about this evidence of conspiracy. Or we can just ask about the official matter. Let's see. I just turned that into me. Evidence of conspiracy. The old King's Hlaalu supporters haven't accepted King Helseth's ascension to the throne with good grace. Maybe they think that another candidate, a Hlaalu candidate for example, would be better. Maybe they have some plan to express such a preference. If so, I doubt they would be candid about it. But maybe you should search Lethen Manor for documents, diaries, or other tangible evidence of such plans. Okay, what about the Lethen Manor's defenses? If you have to depend on me for such information, you may not be useful to me. Man, this guy is no help at all. I'll take care of it. Good. If you find evidence of conspiracy, bring it to me. Tienius asked me to search the Lethen Manor for documents, diaries, or other tangible evidence of conspiracy by Hlaalu nobles. Do you even tell me where the thing is at? No, of course not. That would be too much information for you, wouldn't it? Alright, well, the bazaar doesn't have any places, and maybe it's in God's Reach. Or God Search, or whatever the place is called over here on this side. Seems to be a little bit more of a guessing game than Tribunal Quest, like where everything actually is. But God's Reach, if I would have went around searching these, might be the point. I haven't actually looked around, so let's go up and see what each of these buildings are. Craftsman's Hall, Museum of Artifacts. The Winged Guar. Dindas Manor. Velas Manor. Lethen Manor. Okay. Search the Lethen Manor for documents, diaries, or other tangible evidence of conspiracy. And there are people here, so let's go on and save. Just in case.
Sorry, stranger. My time is short, so get on with it.
I guess we're not going to be talking to anyone about anything, so let's just go in and see what's around. Anyone in here? Yep, one person.
I'm just standing here watching.
If you're here to
It's
offer
my
your
job.
respect, please speak to Ravani Lethen, the king's widow. What are these books down here? Is there anything? Lots of Troubles, Legion of the Dead. Lots of Troubles, Anointed. Heresy, Weird. Alchemist Formulary. Progress of Truth. Bunch of stuff we've already seen before. Sharon's Heart. That one's new. Book of Riddles. Got some lock level 50 chests. Blasphemous Revenants. Confessions of a Skooma Eater. Wolf Queen. Nutchliff. Blue Book of Riddles. Tiflin. You gotta remember, we're looking for a book called The Common Tongue as well, so that we can give it back to the other guy. Game at Dinner. So we are still looking for that.
We must
Fine.
endure our sorrows.
See a handwritten note over there. Leave me alone with my grief. Let's see what this is. Addressed outside to my honorable cousin, Barano. Be this delivered in haste. Forvin. I cannot agree. I am a merchant and have no skill at arms. You are a noble and in your prime were proven on practice and tournament grounds, though in truth you have never fought a duel, and have few gifts as a liar. No one could doubt Holgar the Bloody's aptitude and enthusiasm for mayhem, but he is not a subtle man, more suited for a brawl or battlefield than an assassin's role. And we cannot trust the Dark Brotherhood. Helseth owns them. They promise discretion, but their promises are worthless. I am afraid we must approach the Morag Tong. I agree with you. They will probably refuse, but at least they can be trusted to be discreet. If in the end we are forced to choose among ourselves, I fear it must be you, and we will have to rack our brains for some plausible pretext that will get you into Helsa's presence. I am disappointed, though not surprised, at lack of public outcry over Athen's murder. The popular sentiment seems to be to avoid personal risk and accept Helsa. It's short-sighted but understandable. I have noted, however, that the writer of the Common Tongue is sympathetic to our cause, clever and eloquent. He may be able to sway opinion. We should try to identify this fellow and try to bring him into our council. Your faithful servant, Bedal Alim. What did my journal entry say? Found a letter in Lethem Manor that appears to refer to conspiracy to assassinate King Helsa. If Tienius wants tangible evidence of a conspiracy, this letter should be sufficient. And it's wonderful that it's in the room with the lady. Oops, it did not mean to save that way, but it will be okay. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't know my controller was about to die, but we saved. Now let's use a magic potion. Let's use a heavy one because there's some of that weight. Then we're going to use our concealment again before we try to steal this. Well, darn. Yeah, they saw it, so. Alright, so let's reload.
We must endure our sorrows.
Doesn't seem like there's any way to get out of here without them attacking us, but we'll try once more just to make sure. Something that I don't think I did on the last one. I don't think I snuck, so I need to sneak as well. Oh, darn it. So what happens if I kill these guys? I mean, they're technically attacking me, right? Do I have anything like... I don't know. I guess that's the only way I can do it. So did I get a bounty for that? Didn't get a bounty for that.
We must endure.
So I guess maybe that's okay. I don't know. I'll run and see if the guard attacks me or whatever. If the guard attacks me or something, then I'll try something else. Maybe chameleon or something like that.
Speak the truth, and all shall honor you.
Doesn't seem like they're wanting me, so I guess I'm alright. So I guess that's okay. This letter you found is very interesting. Barano, Holgar the Bloody, and Badal Allen are obviously conspiring to assassinate King Helseth. This is treason, punishable by death. I will immediately draw up writs for their execution. You would do the king a great service if you would execute these traitors. Okay, I guess I'll take care of it. Excellent. When you've executed the traitors, report back to me. Alright. Doesn't tell me where to find any of them, of course. Let's see. But I have 3 writs now. Writ of execution. Now, the aforementioned personage has been marked for honorable execution in the name of King Halalu Helseth. The bearer of this non-disputable document has official sanction license to kill the aforementioned personage. Where are they located, though? Alright, let's just... Will you tell me where they're located? I have no idea where to look. He could be anywhere in the city. He is a faithful temple-going noble. Look for him in or around the temple. Alright, so Barano may be in or around the temple. And then Holgar, I don't know where to find him. Like a lot of those Nord louts, he may be too cheap to pay for lodging. Try looking down below in the sewers. Okay. Great. So first we'll start the temple, since that's a pretty simple... he told us where to go.
It's another perfect day in Mornhold.
He's a bookworm. Try a bookseller. That's where I'd look. Alright, so Bendal is in the bookseller. What about the Holgar? You know the Holgar? Nord? The big mean one? A Halalu retainer, I think. Isn't he the one who was living rough down in the West Sewers? Where are the West Sewers? Do I look like someone who knows the sewers? I don't know. There's a grate in God's Reach that leads to the sewers for the regimental areas. I think that leads to the sewers under the palace. The West Sewers are west of that, I think. Okay, so God's Reach. Cool. And we'll find the other guy somewhere here, I guess. This the guy?
Look at this place.
Goble?
Isn't it great?
No, it's Forvin is who we're looking for. Look up by the temple. There's somebody back there. There's somebody right here too.
This park, these plants.
G-Pop Varus.
Sorry, not interested.
Bells, alright.
Really?
Alright, Orvin Barano. I don't know what you're talking about. This is obviously some mistake. Do I want to let him escape? Huh. Let's just kill the dude, I think. Nah, let's let him go. Oh gods, thank you. Blessings of the Nine, and Elm City, and anything else you like. Thank gods I have a mark set. I'll be gone instantly, and I assure you I will never betray your mercy. Alright, cool. So we can let them go, and we're going to let them go if we can do that to all three of them. So, thank me and use Elm City to transport himself to safety. Now I'll have to persuade Elysian that someone in the palace must have forewarned Forvin and enabled him to escape. Yeah, I think that's the route I want to go, because obviously this Helseth guy is not not a good guy. So we're playing a generally good guy, so we'll just warn anyone that we can. And if we can't warn them, we'll just kill them at that point. And the lady in front of the temple said that he likes books, so we'll go over here to the bookseller. Badal
Oh
Alim.
no, city of light.
But I
City
don't
of
understand.
magic.
Is something the matter? Oh dear, I knew this would happen. Please have mercy on me. Warn him and let him escape. You have shown yourself an honorable Breton. I thank you. I will absent myself from Mournhold immediately, and I would die before I'd betray your generosity to me. And now, if you'll excuse me, I believe an Elm City intervention will swiftly deliver me out of peril. Alright, that dude's gone. Now we gotta go to God's Reach, is what the lady said. So, there we go. Load. Didn't seem to want to load there, so I'm gonna go on and save real quick. Seems to be a naked guy over there. Stay away from him for now. It's probably a quest giver. Let's see.
Speak up.
Sewer entrance. There we go.
Yes,
What are you doing? Alright. Here's something down here. Okay, so there's the first goblin of the game. And here it comes. These are not necessarily the easiest opponents. So definitely be careful. die pretty quickly, but their clubs are very powerful. As you can see, 1 to 60, so they can hit very hard. And they have restore health potions. Gotta be careful. We got another one. We got 2 more. Goblin sword is 35, so that does a good bit of damage as well. The club is the dangerous one though. Brandy. I see, I see another one. There's another one over there too. Oh, what the heck? Oh, rat. Okay. Skooma. So that goblin was on drugs. Maybe why he thought it could beat me. Less sewers. Okay, well that was easy enough. Let's heal up first real quick. Let's go this way first. Considering it's lit. Waterfall. Pool of water. Okay, so we found the guy. Steel armor. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do about it? Just go. I don't get it. Don't you want to fight? Oh, wait, I see. You are a good guy. Sure, I understand. So now I got to get lost fast, right? Okay, time to use that old recall amulet. So long, pal, and thanks. Alright. A lot of cheap stuff. Alright. Bunch of weapons. Alright, is there anything? Enemies nearby. Alright, new enemy with some goblins. New type of goblin too. Alright, these guys are doing a lot of damage to me. Durzog meat. Can't care to get that. About this handler. Kelvani Bugmask. Interesting. Handler. So there's a lot of monsters like that attacked me just then, which if you're not prepared for that, you see how fast they actually damage me, so they'll knock down your health pretty quick like. There's one of the handlers. And since I'm done down here, this will be the last one I kill, I think. Goblin Bruiser. Well, right there's a goblin. So I'm gonna kill this guy as well. Trying to get it where I can rest before I go back. Foot soldier. Alright. Something is attacking me. Seems like a goblin mage. Bring it on, fella. Goblin officer. Alright, now I can rest. Alright, and let's go on and recall. They all have escaped. All three. There must be a leak at the palace. Well, you've done the best you could. You have my thanks. I'll tell King Helseth that you tried. And now, I'd like your help finding the anonymous writer of the common tongue. Alright, so that's where we're going to end it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we're looking for the anonymous writer. See you then.
The Nine and the Empire.